Stay ahead of the game.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing the Eiger Norwand full circuit experience. This is the full lap time challenge. Of course we have already gold at each of the sectors 1, 2 and 3. We're looking for a total prize pot of 1.2 million. Time to attack today is a 1 minute 08400. And the friends list is already quite well populated. Look, with the fastest time there from Sphinx, a 106663. Now, as you can tell, my voice is out of sync with the image in the bottom right hand corner. That's because the sound failed to record. So looking at the controls, we are using traction control 1, default ABS. It is a GR formula car, so we would anticipate probably using the other brake, the ABS system, but as it is, it seems the strongest. So we do have counter steer on as well. So we're going to go through the usual process of just reiterating to you the best laps and how we improve. We're looking at the controller system. We're using a Fanatec GT Extreme, which is on the DD Plus base. It's kind of working okay at the minute, as you can see from my hand gestures. It's come see, come so. You know, it's going to work. Might fail on us a few times, but we'll have to see where it goes. So let's get on with the first laps. So a target of 108,400 to beat to get gold. We did all three of the sectors relatively straightforward, relatively easily, and we had them in hand, so we've just got to link them together. Fourth gear down to this corner, braking on the left hand side. We're going to go through and give you it warts and all to start with until we get that gold time. Sliding a little bit through these corners. We're anticipating that second gear is the gear to use. Oof, too much throttle. Bottom of those switchbacks is going to be the real crux to this lap, I would suggest. Here we go, through the start line again. We're going to look to keep it in fourth gear. We're going to brake with two wheels on the left hand side on that concrete. There's a strip, a dark strip that goes across the track. That's where we've got to brake at. Changing down to first gear there to try and get the car to rotate. But as we're going to find out later, changing down to first gear adds too many up changes. You've really got to get it into second gear so that you've only got 2 or 3 gear shifts. That fourth and fifth gear shift, when you're going all the way through to the top of the gearbox, just puts in too much delay. It reduces you from the full acceleration, and you're probably giving up half a second for each gear change. Now we slid off to the left hand side there most unceremoniously because we came in too low in that corner. Here we go then down the straight again, fourth gear. Gonna look to change down to second. Get it, well, we went down to first again there. That was just trying to get the car to rotate, so we'll have to work on that. Changing up to second, into third. See, there's 2 gear changes in there. That's not going to work. One thing we're learning about this update is that the gear slam, whilst it still happens, you really need to be getting back to the gear to accelerating before you start to accelerate. So fourth gear down to third, let the car run out wide, then spot your exit, drive hard, putting 2 wheels across that inside grey line. Now we're going to accelerate hard up the hill. It's quite a significant hill up here. We're going to bend it into this right hand bend, and we've just slid away from the apex and struck the wall, so back to the start we go. Until we get that first gold lap time, until we get that first ghost time, we're really going to struggle to try and beat this course without putting in a full lap. So fourth gear, braking on that first strip across the track. Again, we're persisting with the first gear. We're going to have to work that out of our system. Back up to third on the brakes as we hit that black tarmac. Now, one thing we're going to try and exploit later on is the ability to coast through those S's. Those switchbacks need you to be very key on point, whether you're on brake or on throttle. If we can roll through them, all the better. Another thing we're going to try and exploit here is braking down to fourth very late and then down to third just before we start to accelerate. We've tried a number of things, i.e. trying to go through that corner in fourth, or trying to brake early to get the car down to speed, but we need to try and get the car to roll through the corners, and it's exactly the same here. Let's see if we can get round this corner and accelerate towards the line and see if we can get a decent time in. What's it going to be? A 1:07.608, which is 0.08 inside the target time, so we have gold on first completed lap of asking. But where do you think that puts us? Where do you think we're going to sit in the friends list? Inside the top 20 maybe? Let's go and have a look at the lap first. From outside of the car, let's talk our way through it. Through the line then, accelerating into fourth gear. Going to keep it in fourth gear as we go over the old jump. Downhill towards the corner, and we're going to accelerate into it. We'll brake into it in first gear. Try and keep the car as tight to those apex as we possibly can. And we're down to a much wider switchback. Car looks very slow through there, doesn't it? Probably too narrow on that turn in for the fourth turn. Hard on the gas down here, up into fourth gear, possibly to fifth. We're going to find out later. They hold it in fourth, down to third late. Spot your apex, spot your exit, and drive hard up the hill. As we've said, it's quite an amazing uphill there. Right-hander here is quite tricky. You've got to get off the gas, then back on it. You don't have to use the brakes. Try and make that as straight as possible. We're going to brake just before the gravel on the left. Let the car run out wide as much as possible. Dive down, aim towards the line, open the line up and drive towards the finish. A 1:07.608 should see you happily in gold. There it is, outside the top 10. That's disappointing. Still outside. There we go, 13th place, 1:07.608. But look how close it really is, up to a 1:07.150. It's really quite tight there in fourth. So if we can get to fifth, that'd be pretty decent, I think, against our rivals. Just have to see where we go. But we know we've got some improvements to make against that Ghost. So what do you think we can do? I think primarily we haven't started to look at things like brake balance. We haven't looked at things like steering sensitivity. Those things are all set to come. So heading down the hill, braking into second gear, into first. We're going to have to work that out of our system. We've still not got that yet. It's about confidence, making sure that the car will do what you want it to do in the gear you're in. This is tricky, this little bit. Try and get the car to hug that inside line. I think we need to steal more of that apex on the right hand side as we're coming out of that corner. We look a long way back from the Ghost at this point. Changing down to third early there. We could probably leave that a little bit later to allow the car to be smoother. We seem to have a better run up the hill. We're catching that Ghost, it seems. We can physically see ourselves reeling it in. What can we do through this corner? Here we go. Changing gear at 116. Cross those cut of gravel. We're much closer to the Ghost, aren't we? This could be interesting. A 1:07.150, that's the time we just called out. Where's that going to put us? That's half a second off that time, pretty much. Don't watch the replay. We're tied with fourth place there. A 1:07.150, so we've leapfrogged 7 places. Not bad at all, just behind Mickey. 420. Doing okay. A 1:08.400 is gold. We're now down to a 1:07.150. So pushing on, where are we going to go? Still haven't made any particular adjustments. Braking on the black strip. Second gear, that's better. Let's see if we can get the tyres onto that grey strip to the left, that concrete border. There we go, we're nice and close to the Ghost. We're really getting that into second gear, coast and roll. Let it roll with a little bit of brake, maybe a little bit of throttle. Just let it go around the corner. See the back end of the Ghost there swing out under the acceleration. We managed to benefit from that. We're still pretty close. Push on into that corner, changing down to third. Let's let the car run out wide, back on the throttle. We're going to lose out to the Ghost here. He's going to accelerate away from us here. He had the better straighter line out of that corner. That's where we made the advantage last time round. Oh, we got that corner nice and tight, didn't we? Keep on the throttle. 116 up to 18 we're getting to 5th, but 5th gear didn't do a lot. I wonder if we can keep it in 4th up there. Aim for the line, get across that concrete on the left. There we go, first time inside the 107s, a 106.968. That's going to jump us up the pack again. Is that going to be 1 place or 2 places? Can't remember what that time above is. Just the 1 place then, so we go just in behind 420 Motorsport, behind Triple Back and behind Sphinx. We've got 0.3 or more to go to get to the top of the tree. Is that going to be our sights for tonight, I wonder? Do we believe we've got the opportunity? Well, let's get it on. We know that 2nd gear is now the right right gear for this corner. Here we go into it. Just letting the car run, come off the brakes. We went very wide on that apex. Let's see if we can use that extra distance we rolled to gain some pace. Used a lot of the grass on the right hand side. That seems to be a cheat almost. We've dropped back away from the Ghost. Let's see if we can roll into this corner. Let the car run up to the outside of the edge. Better line out. Here we go. Get on the throttle. We should be able to catch this Ghost now because we know he was slower through here. Let's see where we make the gain. Much straighter line through there. Up to 5th at 114. We haven't really got that into our heads yet to be able to run down that without changing up to 5th. Down towards the line. A 106.873. Making gains all the time. We go up into 3rd place, just got ahead of 420 Motorsport now. And we're just 0.11 behind Triple Back there in 2nd place. So progress is what we do. And I can tell you at this point, we did move the brake balance to -2 at the front. That brake balance is probably just behind my quite useless camera footage of me talking away in the bottom right hand corner. 2nd gear around this corner, let the car roll, back on the throttle, back on the brakes. Do the ABS cutting in, cut across that grass. We really can got quite a bit of that. We're a long way back from the Ghost. Let's see what we can do here. 4th gear, using 3rd right at the end of the apex. Letting the car roll down in 4th gear. Now we're accelerating up the hill and we're gaining on the Ghost. We can just see that it was asking for the next gear as we entered that corner. Up to 5th at 112. That was quite slow. Car run out wide, 2nd gear back up to 3rd with a short shift, cut across the grass on the corner. 106.735, that puts us clear into 2nd spot and 0.040 behind, maybe not, 0.70 behind 1st place. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, 735 back to 663. So how much longer is there? You can see the clock in the top right hand corner of 14:09. Let's see how long it actually takes. Here we go then, we're keeping it in 4th gear, no need to change up. Braking where we normally brake, 2nd gear, let the car run in and roll. A little bit of throttle between the apexes. We've probably gone a little bit too wide there. You can see the Ghost accelerating away. Pump of the throttle between the apexes and away we go. We've gone a little bit too far to the left, but we're keeping it in hand. Let's see how we break into here. Do we leave it in 4th as we roll out to the edge? We don't. We run it down in 3rd, but we follow that same outside line. That's a great run. But within touching distance of that ghost, even though it feels like it's pulling away from us. 96 at the apex there, that was pretty decent. Charging on hard. Across the gravel on the left hand side, up nice and high. Second, short shift into third. Let's charge for the line, let's see where we go. There it is, a 106.593, and you can see my happy little face on the bottom right hand corner. We know we've done well there. We have burst our way into the top position. Get confirmation of that. There it is, 0.070 ahead of Sphinx now. But here's the thing, happy with that. Are we happy that there's no more to be had? I think we could have improved the downhill section, really, couldn't we? Gonna save that replay for good and we'll see where that goes. But should we have one more stab? That only took 4 minutes to improve on that time. Fastest time out there in the world of 105.112. We've still got 1.5 seconds to go to be any quicker. So 1.5 seconds room there to get faster. I wonder if there's any more. Do we give it a shot? Let's see what we can find. So at this point we tried a little bit of brake balance further to the front. You can see it there, we've gone to -3 from -2. Let's see what we can do. Brake into the usual spot. The front end wants to grab in, it wants to slide away a little bit too much. Car's gone much wider. Let's see where we go. Car doesn't quite want to rotate, but it wants to slide under braking, so... Oh, that seems so close to being out of bounds on the right hand side. We seem to be in touching distance of the ghost, down to third gear. The rear ghost did run wide to that left hand wall, didn't it? Let's charge up. We're much closer than we've ever been. It feels really close to this ghost. See what the speed is through the apex. 199, absolutely bang on through there. Up to fifth at 110, that was the way to go. Across the gravel bed on the left hand side, let it run out wide, short shift it back to third. What have we got? Where are we going? A 106.525, we take off another 0.071. That's fairly decent, happy with that. Again, you can see my smiley little face. There you have it, folks. That is clear away at the top by over a tenth. That seems a happy little smiley me. With that, folks, I'd just like to pass on a massive thanks to everybody for supporting me over the recent few days with a little bit of a hiccup on health with my better half. A massive shout out to everybody that sent me good wishes. But we'll see you on the next one, folks. Hope you can do as well. Take care, all the best, and hurrah for now. See you later.